Ooh, oh, look at this thing. What am I going to get? I'm going to get a leaf, Rich. You got the fertile soil.
I mean, the Taserface thing was amusing, but that did not get an audible laugh out of me. It was an amusing scene.
Yeah, it was an amusing scene. Absolutely. The scene.
That crabby puppy is so cute. I just want to die. That line from Mantis, that cracked me up. It wasn't even a joke. It was just an adorably delivered line.
Yeah, that was fun. You know what? Mantis was good.
Yeah.
The scene that I was smiling at more than any was the Rocket and Yondu murder everyone scene.
Jack, that wasn't a joke.
Huh?
That was just a beautiful scene where everybody gets murdered.
That's what I'm saying. That was, you know what? That was a beautiful character moment. It's just Rocket and Yondu murdering everyone. And I loved it. I loved that. The whole Ravager sequence was fantastic. It's metaphorical. Yeah, that's great. You hated Mantis? Oh no, Mantis was great.
I just want to see more and more Mantis.
Mantis was great. Basically, Mantis was the Drax of this movie. Drax was really great in the first movie with his like offbeat sense of humor. But now like Drax has obviously just learned to temper that. So Mantis was the Drax of this movie.
Learned to temper that?
Like in the first one, Drax's literalism was really emphasized.
He seems like he's understanding metaphors a bit better.
Exactly.
I love though that he isn't dumb. He's just brutally honest to a fault.
Oh yeah. But like that wasn't as noted as it was in the first one. Even though like that whole the whole Drax and Ego stuff, like Drax asking Ego if he has a penis, that was hilarious. What are you talking about? My father regaled us with tales of impregnating my mother. Oh, that's fun stuff. You know what that is, Rich? A little bit of dialogue that goes a lot way to explain a character. Just a little bit of dialogue, and you know something a little bit more about Drax, right? Oh, the Mako tree. Some of the fertile soil has come to me. I already feel stronger. Oh, in my dreams, I saw the Temple of Seasons.
The joke about the tape was the dumbest thing? Ah, man.
The tape?
It was a fine joke. In the middle of battle, everyone stopped. Stopping to look for tape. To put tape over the button.
Yeah.
So Groot doesn't hit the wrong button. That was amusing.
Yeah, it was fine. It was fine. It was a little too reminiscent.
It's not the funniest thing in the movie, but that was amusing.
It was a little too reminiscent of the gag that they used in the beginning of the movie. Where also people were fighting in the background and Groot was doing stuff with and so like to me it was like, oh, they already did this joke. So, but you know what? That was a really cute sequence. Just Peter asking, well, did you ask Nebula? She was there when I asked Yondu. Like, it's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, we got to go to the temple. Trailer used too many good bits. Yeah, I think that tape thing was in the trailer, right?
Fortunately, I only saw one of the trailers, so maybe there's just a lot that didn't get spoiled for me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That could be the whole basically that whole Mantis like, you love her sexually scene was all in the trailers.
Yeah,
which was cute.
I still laughed. It's a fun bit.
It is a fun bit. What's that? Ah, there's a witch. Okay, bye, witch.
The Blue Prism says, fuck yes, more Zelda. Also, hi Jack and Rich.
Hi.
You guys are looking like a couple of cool cats.
Absolutely.
You ought to see about finally streaming some Link to the Past. That was my first game I ever got, I think. I'm not saying it'll never happen. It might happen. You know, who knows?
Is that Ben?
I doubt it's... Unknown caller.
That's Ben.
Hello? It's literally no one. I'm assuming that was a wrong number because after that long pause, there was just an "I'm sorry," and then the hang up.
Oh, yeah. Either a wrong number, like a telemarketer who like wasn't reading his script. Oh, no, never mind.
I don't know.
I'm missing this call.
I don't know.
Oh, well. Was his name Ben? What was your...
Why didn't you put that highlight up?
Oh, it's going up.
It's going up?
I like highlight for some reason, like in my head. So like the new videos go up every day at noon, right?
Yeah.
Highlights I usually put up sometime between like 1 and 2 in the morning,
Okay.
just because I'm silly. So I think it's going up
Okay.
tonight. I should have it set up to go or tomorrow morning. You know, I believe I have it set up to go up tomorrow morning.
If you don't know who Ben is, there's one that's not my phone number, and don't even post fake numbers because that might be somebody's phone number. Okay, now Ben, if you don't know who Ben is, there's a highlight coming up that you should probably watch from the last stream we did.
Yeah. Was his name Ben? Did I get that right?
I think it was Ben. Yeah. All right. The Real Van says, Rich, did you see the Star Trek Legacy video? It's scenes from the motion picture with music from Daft Punk's Tron Legacy soundtrack. It works really well. I have not seen it. This is the first I've heard of it. But you know what? That sounds interesting. I'm down for seeing that. Some guy in blue says, when Infinity War comes out, Mike and Jay should have everybody that's ever been on Red Letter Media, review the movie with them. You guys, Josh, Jim and Colin, Freddie, Max, Len, Jesse, Gillian, etc.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Oh, God.
And we all try to have a discussion about Infinity Wars.
Depending upon how the movie turns out, that could be a very meta comment on the movie.
It could be.
But practically impossible to get all of these people here
Absolutely.
at the same time.
Swim Gizmo, by the way, I did earlier. You might have missed it in talking about a bunch of in talking about the good show don't tell moments. I specifically mentioned the Mantis and Drax scene where she feels his emotions, and that switches her to warn the crew about Ego. That was a perfect scene. We understand what's happening with the characters. It moves the plot forward, all without an overabundance of dialogue.
The Ayatollah of Rock and Roll says,
Yeah.
Love you guys. The Tony Stark fake-out death in Avengers reminded me of Han Solo's carbonite freeze. I think Downey Jr. so wants to awesome/kill Tony Stark. Awesome.
He wants to like die in an awesome way.
I guess. Do you think he does it in Infinity War? I don't think they'll let him.
Right? The question is when are they going to start retooling the characters with different actors? As soon as they are ready to do that, yes, they will symbolically kill Iron Man, who started the MCU.
Not for a long time. I think they're going to start trying rotating in characters they haven't used yet.
They've been doing that.
Yeah. I think you're just going to see more and more of that, rather than recasting.
Yeah?
I think.
Possibly.
Then at some point in the future, once they feel like they've exhausted it all, then you'll see a major reboot of the entire Marvel Universe. At some distant point.
I think once we get to that point, they will kill off Tony Stark.
At that point?
Yeah.
Okay.
They will, and it'll be the big symbolic gesture that we are moving on from the original MCU.
should write a list before talking about it. Guardians Volume 2 and Empire Strikes Back parallels. I was thinking about it the other day, and I came up with a lot of them. Not just a few, I came up with a lot.
I don't deny it. There's a, big space opera.
There's an action scene in the beginning, but that not alone isn't enough. And then after the action scene, when fleeing, our heroes take their spaceship through an asteroid field.
Mm-hmm. The hero gets it.
Our heroes split up, and our main character, rather than going on some kind of adventure, spends time with a mentor figure learning to use magical powers.
All right, I like it.
Shocking revelation about our hero's father, who turns out to be the big villain.
All right. I like it.
I need to go through and write them down. I thought of more.
No one's kidnapped, but so then is Yondu the Han Solo? Like, is his dying the frozen in carbonite?
Kind of. Somebody, a piratish kind of rogue hero freezes at the end of the film.
Nice. There's no real Boba Fett. Well, I guess Taserface would be Boba Fett.
Just in general, structurally, there's no like, here's the problem we have to solve. It's people kind of meander for a bit, and then things come together at the end.
Yeah.
Like there's no an Empire. There's no we got to investigate the mystery of the Empire and blow up the thing. It's like, oh god, we got to run from these guys, and we're gonna hang out here for a while. I'm just gonna chill out with this Yoda guy, and then oh shit, now it all comes together. And
I guess that's fair. I do wonder, just in general, how many movies you could do that with, though. Dang.
Our one of our villains has a change of heart, helps the heroes, kind of goes off on their own at the end to take care of business. Lando. Nebula and Lando.
Oh, sure.
Kind of, it's not as strong there.
Yeah. Was working for the bad guy and decided has a change of heart. Yeah, all right, that's fair. That's fair.
Lando takes off on the Falcon at the end, and Nebula takes off on a ship and leaves. Because they have unfinished business. Staring out a window solemnly at the end.
Well, that's just a lot of movies. Staring out a window.
Solemnly. And a bittersweet ending.
Sure. Sure.
At a beautiful thing that's happening out in space.
Not saying I disagree. Can't do that yet. What are you doing, mister? I need a fish. I need a fish. Well, yeah, I mean... Oh, I bet I can bomb these rocks. I have bombs, Rich. Nope.
Weren't they starring... What was the beautiful thing happening in Empire? Weren't they starring at a nebula or something, weren't they? It was a beautiful vista. It wasn't just an empty starfield.
It might have been an empty starfield.
There were a whole bunch of other ships around.
It might have been an empty starfield. You mean with him and Leia at the end?
Yeah.
He was getting his hand? No, I think
it was like purplish. It was like a nebula or a galaxy. It was one or the other.
I can't be 100% on that, Rich. In fact, I'm kind of leaning the other way, that it was just an empty starfield.
Okay.
I don't...
Yes, they were staring at a Milky Way-like thing.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not... I don't remember that. Eyeglass Lake. It was totally the galaxy? No. Oh.
Anyway.
I gotta talk to the Maku tree again.
You talk to that Maku tree.
I think I have to.
I'm gonna read this tip by Fire Emblem Fangirl, who says, Hey, Jack.
Have you played Fire Emblem? Oh, it's winter now. What? Sorry.
It's
Oh
fine.
no, I'm stuck.
Are you? You really stuck? You can't go down?
Can I go? Oh, okay. There we go. All right, Fire Emblem Fangirl.
All right, Fire Emblem Fangirl says, Hey, Jack.
Hi.
Real women buy video games, board games, RPG books, and erotica. We don't need men to please us. I'm saying that to you. I don't know why. Some offhand comment from earlier is... I got nothing. I can't help you.
Okay, I got it. Ready?
Yeah.
What was the name?
Fire Emblem Fangirl.
Fire Emblem Fangirl. I agree with you. Was that about like Lisa and buying shoes?
Oh, snap.
That
Might
could have been. You know what? She likes shoes. You can't tell her how to spend
Didn't
her
you
money.
say what do women like? You said something like that?
Oh, I might have said
You
that.
might have.
I might have just said, no, you're right. Women like a lot of things.
Some of them like shoes.
And I guess what the comparison I was trying to make, I was not trying to make a sexist comparison because men could buy $300 shoes too, right? So one, don't go assuming that that's only a female thing, Fire Emblem girl.
Well, not the straight men.
Huh?
Not the straight men.
Are you kidding? Have you seen how expensive athletic sneakers are, Rich?
I'm
They
kidding.
they can be super expensive.
I am so kidding.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking like fancy dress shoes that are like ultra high
No,
end.
like athletic sneakers are crazy
Jesus.
expensive.
Yeah,
Like the good
yeah.
ones.
You're right. You're right.
What I was so like, shoes versus a really expensive cable. I can get some use out of this cable, and if we ever do a review of a GameCube era or Game Boy era game, I could use a really nice way to capture that footage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, it could be practical, and I could use it, but I don't necessarily need it. And it's the same with a really nice shoe. It could be practical, and it would be nice to have, but you don't necessarily need a $300 shoe.
I were absolutely fucking loaded.
Yeah.
I still don't think I would buy a $300 pair of shoes.
Well, but this is what I'm saying with is like in comparing the shoes versus the cable. They are both things that could be nice, you could get use out of, but aren't entirely necessary. So that was not a sexist comment. That was a perfectly rational comment.
Okay.
Fire Emblem fan.
Charlotte3 says, haven't caught a stream in a while and just wanted to say hi. Been sick for the past week, so it's nice to get in some laughs with Prereq and get to feeling better. Thanks, guys, for all the good times. You're welcome.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Beowulf Hill says, King Arthur books was a Norman's propaganda to convert England to Christian and to Norman's French ways. Read King Arthur and Green Knight for a good read. Okay.
Oh, shit, I'm going to bomb you, Meku. Sorry. Wake up. That's all you got?
So it's a Meku tree and not a Deku tree?
Yeah, this is the Meku tree. And the Meku tree says, go to the Temple of Seasons. But BTW, I don't know where the Temple of Seasons is. Well, fuck, man. I don't know where it is.
You might have to explore in a Zelda game, Jack.
Oh, that's too much. Oh, hello. Still hidden in this world. If you can find the temple, then pay a visit to the spirits who lived there. Surely they can help. Alright. Thanks, dude.
Why do some people say Tolkien was racist? Because everyone back then was racist. It's a world where Jim Crow was a thing. Shit. You find me a person from the 1940s, and I will show you a fucking racist.
I'm sure there were some not racist people, but a lot of them were super racist. I'm not saying Rich is 100% right, but he's like 90% right. Oh, here we go. I can light that fire. Boom. I got a Cuckoo Dex. I got a Cuckoo Dex, Rich.
Okay. Bergsness said, Hey, Jack and Rich.
Hi.
Obviously, you guys love the Zelda series. However, I would love to know what you guys think about Majora's Mask. Also, Jack, emulators help the older generation pass on classic games.
Yeah, that's true.
Majora's Mask? Anything?
I tried playing it once a long time ago, and it was so different structure-wise that I never got into it.
Okay.
I have not played it as an adult. Oh, hello. That's how you get past those trees. You burn them. And I haven't tried playing it as an adult. I do hear it's supposed to be like the good one.
I haven't played it for the admittedly superficial reason that I can't stand realistic-looking young Link. Cartoon, I can deal with Wind Waker, cartoony young Link.
Yeah.
I can't stand realistic young Link. It does nothing for me, man. Does nothing for me.
I know you hate
I don't
that art
want to be a
style.
fucking kid.
Yeah.
It's dumb
You hate that art
and
style,
it's
yeah.
superficial, but that is the reason I passed on that game back in the day.
You know what, Rich? That's the thing you have to look at all game. If you don't want to look at that thing, I think that's a perfectly valid reason. A comic book could have a really great story but terrible art, and it's still something you have to look at all fucking book. Hello. Oh, here, you hear that?
Which one was that? Was that the Song of Storms?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great. Great music. Great music. Go around, go around. If I could just oil it, it would go around more quickly.
Rich hates children. I don't know why more people don't.
Haven't we had this conversation? Children are assholes. Children are horrible, needy assholes with no sense of self-preservation.
Varies on the child. I've seen some adorable children, but yeah, they can be really irritating.
No, even
Really,
adorable
really
children are assholes. And it is your job as a parent to get that to get that asshole out of them. Oh, there's a heart over there. That's neat. Die, Octorok.
The Zaya says, Rich,
Yeah.
do you think Adam Warlock in the movies will be more like Jim Starlin's Warlock or like the Warlock from the 2008 Guardians of the Galaxy series?
That one.
I just don't want Starlin's extensive work to be disregarded.
It will be.
I don't know. Hard to say. I don't know.
They've taken
Marvel seems to have their shit together.
I'm sure
They seem to have their shit together.
All their movies make a ton of money.
If you're gonna, I don't know, you're building up to the Infinity War. Isn't it a bit late to be introducing Adam Warlock? Isn't it a little bit late in the game?
If they go the same route as the comics, and Adam Warlock is the savior of the day, is that what he did in the comics? I've never read the comics.
Yeah. The ending of the Infinity Gauntlet has problems. It really has no idea how to wrap up the story it sets up, and a bunch of different shit happens at the ending.
Okay. Well, originally in the comics...
So he kind of ultimately saves the day, but not necessarily from Thanos.
Oh.
It's really weird, the ending of that book.
Shit.
Nebula ends up getting the gauntlet.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
The reasoning is that Thanos subconsciously doesn't think he's worthy, leaves his guard down, and Nebula grabs the gauntlet off of his hand. Then she has the gauntlet. But she's fucking incompetent, and she's on the verge of destroying all of reality, and then Adam Warlock does the thing.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus Christ.
God damn it, Rich, spoilers. That fucking book came out in 1990.
Yeah, we're fucking way past that. We're fucking way past that. Wait, and doesn't Adam Warlock have a stone in his forehead, and they did that with Vision now? Was that a thing with Adam Warlock?
yeah, no, he had he had an Infinity Gem in his head. He had the Soul Gem.
And that's what Vision has.
I don't know, does he have the Soul Gem?
He has
might.
the Mind Gem
Okay.
in his head.
Well, they're different gems, so I don't know if the Marvel Universe is even going to have a Soul Gem.
But are they going to have two heroes with gems in their
Probably
heads?
not.
Right? Like,
Look, when is the Infinity War coming out?
I have
Is it next year?
Don't put your hands up like that.
What?
And I haven't told you that there's a spider. There's a spider hanging out behind you, and if you put your hands back a little, you will touch the spider.
Really?
Yeah.
What is your real reason?
There's a spider behind you. It's a daddy long legs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was gonna wait until after the
yeah.
yeah. It hasn't moved.
Oh, I'm not terrified of spiders.
I know you're not, and it hasn't moved, so I was just gonna wait, and we could deal with it after the stream. But your hands were like getting close to it, so.
He's not gonna bite me. It's fucking Daddy Longlegs.
Oh, I know. I just didn't.
I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to hurt the thing.
I didn't want you to knock down his nest, and then I'll go somewhere, and then I won't be able to smush him later. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to follow you. I just wanted to see what was over there first.
Flipmaster Yoda, that is a complete urban legend. That's a myth.
What?
Flipmaster Yoda saying, Daddy Longlegs are highly venomous, but their fangs can't penetrate human skin.
Yeah,
It's just a myth. It's a cute myth.
yeah.
It's a fun myth, but it's a myth.
It's like you swallow 80 spiders a year myth.
Yeah.
Because like with yeah, it's just one of those things that danger likes. What? Whoa. Whoa. I think I'm supposed to hide from this like, and they're gonna show me the route to the temple. That's what I think I have to do. Yep. All right.
Yeah, so I have no idea what the fuck they're doing. I originally thought Vision was going to take the place of Adam Warlock.
Right, because he's got the thing in his
Because he's
forehead.
got the gem in his head, yeah. So I don't have a clue.
And he could. Like, they're probably going to do something, right? With Vision, the whole Vision
Maybe they don't do something with Infinity War. Maybe James Gunn just has some kind of Guardians plan for him.
That could be.
Maybe it will have nothing to do with Thanos or the Infinity War. And actually, there's two different kinds of spiders in this country that get called Daddy Longlegs. One of them incorrectly,
Okay.
and I'm not sure which one that is.
It's a spider with a little body and long legs.
Yeah,
Like, extraordinarily long legs. So.
it may not technically be a Daddy Longlegs for all I really know.
Yeah, we don't know. It's just a spider.
It's definitely there though.
Oh, there's definitely a spider there. I'm not
Hanging out in a cobweb.
Yeah. It was just one of those things where I didn't want Rich to bump it off its web, and his hands were getting close, and it wasn't really moving, and so I wasn't going to stop the stream so we could take care of the spider midstream. Because I know you don't care
Some people freak out.
about spiders.
Yeah. In general.
Like if it's a big spider, yeah. Like I've seen. Like have you ever seen like a dock spider?
If they're big, I wouldn't want it hanging around my house, but I would probably shoo it outside rather than freak out.
Oh, I smush first, ask questions later. Oh, yeah, I'm on it.
spiders are eating. If you have spiders, that means you have something they're eating,
Yeah.
and you probably want them to eat that thing,
The,
whatever that thing is.
listen, I follow the humans and the insect kingdom have a pact, Rich. If we don't see you, you get to live a long and prosperous life. But the second we see you, you're dead. So you got to be really good at hiding. That's the pact that the humans and the insect / arachnids, because they're part of the insect world. So,
Chet, for the record, I would be afraid of a black widow or a brown recluse, but in this particular area, we don't get either of those.
right.
So there are no brown recluses or black widows to be had in this part of the country.
I think there might be some up north.
Well, you could get some in, like, shipping.
Sure.
I think... What kind of spider was it? There may have been a black widow that came in with a shipment of bananas at the grocery store Karen worked at.
Ah.
It might not. It might. I might be getting the story wrong. Maybe that particular spider wasn't a black widow.
Sure. That's good. Oh, that makes me. That just makes me like feel creepy crawlies all over me.
And that would be fearsome because they can do some damage.
Yeah. Oh, I can get a boomerang.
Brown recluse are fairly common. Yes, but not here because there are none in this area.
I think there might. Well, like I was saying, I think there might be brown recluses up north, like near the UP. That might be a thing.
I think they're south. In any case, they're not here.
Oh no, they're not in Milwaukee. Like we're fine here. Whoa, shit's going down. Oh, lava! I fell into lava. Ah!
Brown recluses are the most dangerous as far as I know. I read something that was talking about that where that's not really true.
Oh. Watch me not know.
All right.
I've been bitten by spiders before. Like big spiders.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, one of my uncles ran a fishing camp.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would spend weeks up with him in his fishing camp in Canada, and he had dock spiders. And those things are as big as your fucking hand, and they bite and leave marks. I've been bitten by a couple of those guys.
Eugh.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that I wouldn't be too happy with.
Oh, no, they're giant, and they bite. They don't give a shit about you.
But you see a little spider walking around the house. I don't give no fucks about something like that.
Oh, yeah, no, I just don't. Again, the code, Rich. We have a code. If I don't see you, you get to do whatever. You get to do whatever you want. Get better at hiding, right? That's the name of the game, if you're a bug or a arachnid.
All right, where are we at?
Hey, one of the mods, see Grimhound? Ban that motherfucker. That's a dumb joke, Grimhound.
I gotta know. I just gotta know.
That's a dumb joke. Grimhound. Thank you, mods. It's a dumb joke. I don't care.
Yeah, no, all right. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
And I don't care for it, and I don't want to see it in there. Ban him. Not a timeout. Goodbye.
Where are we at? Huff-Hearted says, "Good evening. After watching your past streams, my favorite ones are when you're honest about old franchises. Sonic, Pokemon. New show idea. Rich ruins our childhood. I'd watch the shit out of it. Hey, Sonic is all on Jack.
I did. Yeah, that was me. I really hated that game. What did he... Oh, what he said was... he's what he said was that was the same.
You don't even have to go on the details. You don't have to go on the.
Well, I it was an anti-Semitic joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and more importantly, his joke was that I was anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
And so it was. Yeah, that was.
I wouldn't be cool with that.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just it was one of those like pointless jokes that was just calling me anti-Semitic, and I didn't care for it. So goodbye. As far as like classic franchises, Rich and I have talked about doing several, and we just haven't found that one that we have stuff to say about.
Yeah.
Sonic we played, we had stuff to talk about, especially like not just about Sonic, but about the Genesis and how that was the big rival, and that's where that came from. And we haven't had a lot of.
We almost did Oot.
We came close.
We came close. I was replaying it. I'm like, you know what? I like this more than I remembered. I still don't love it as much as some of the other Zeldas. I
Right.
still don't think it's the best, but yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, and then I think when we were thinking about doing it, that sequelitis came out about it. And so then it was like, oh, well, someone covered it. If we cover it, then fuck it. So. It's tough. You gotta, because I really like that whole like, is Sonic overrated, and just taking on like, is this game worth all of the praise? I like that idea of going back and revisiting classics. We can't call it Rich Evans Ruins My Childhood because I think there already is a show about old video games called Ruin My Childhood, so we couldn't call it that.
I don't think there's enough ammunition.
No. It's just whatever we feel like,
Okay. The off switches, Oracle of Seasons, where Link saves Hyrule from an evil force, but they all starve anyway because some kid fucked with the weather too much and the harvest was ruined. Fit that in with your timeline, Nintendo.
By the way, maybe this is why. So, like, Oracle of Seasons happens, and all the people were suffering because their crops were messed up, and that's why they needed to flood all of Hyrule.
No, that's why we know why Hyrule got flooded. That was explained in the Wind Waker. They did it to stop Ganon.
Right,
It's why the original Legend of Zelda game is a barren wasteland where people live in caves.
there you go. That's it. That's it.
It's because this fucker.
Because this fucker was messing with the seasons. But, well, no, but Wind Waker, Ganon came back after Link defeated him. And then they had to flood Hyrule to stop Ganon a second time.
Yes.
According to the official timeline.
Nonsense in a bag, says Cheers, Jack. Raise my IPA. Thanks both for streaming today. A beer and live stream is a great way to close out a long Monday. I thought the digital de-aging of Kay Russell looked good. You? Yeah, it looked pretty good.
You know what? I didn't even notice it. So yeah, that did look good.
Well, they had to have done it.
Well, of course, he's ancient.
I was because I knew that I knew it had to be a digital. I was like I was scrutinizing it.
Oh yeah.
And when I scrutinized it, I thought, well, maybe it's a little bit off, but I had to scrutinize, and they did a good job.
No, like I said, it didn't even occur to me. I mean, of course they had to do it, but it didn't even. Occur to me.
It was nothing like Rogue One Tarkin, which I think is just horrible.
Oh god, that's so.
Oh.
Well, that wasn't a digital de-aging. That was a whole face swap. Yeah.
Sure.
I got the Rite of Seasons. It can change the seasons.
Yeah, but the Kurt Russell de-aging is pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah. Yeah, I can be with that. I can be down with that. Like I said, it's just nothing that occurred to me while watching, which is the hope of any effect, is that it doesn't occur to you while watching. Oh, oh. Are you guys still talking about spiders?
Spiders are neat.
Sure, just just nature. Just nature.
To Daxp says,
Yeah.
Jack, mansplaining feminism is the funniest thing I've seen in a while, especially if you're drinking vodka and 7-Up. Keep up the good work.
I was mansplaining feminism to the person who called me, who said I was being sexist for saying my wife likes shoes. I just know what she likes.
This is a rough stream for you, isn't it?
Apparently. Apparently. Why do you think I brought all this beer, Rich?
From feminism to Guardians 2. It's just a rough stream for you.
I'll be honest. I'm more confident talking about Guardians 2 than feminism. Because, like, again, you might not agree with my ideas, but I feel like they're all pretty well thought out. My whole showing, not telling deal.
I thought you were gonna go into feminism. Okay. I thought you were about to go into.
But here's
I'm like, wait, is Jack doing that? Is Jack waiting for me to interrupt him? Is he trying to do a bit, or should I let this play out?
Please don't. No. No. Oh God, that would be horrible. What a horrible time. Ah, rocks. Yeah. Don't worry, Jack. You're right about everything this stream, except for piracy. Right? We got piracy, we got Guardians, and we got feminism. Hey, everyone! What do you disagree with Jack about today? I got them all. I liked The Force Awakens. Mad Max is a perfect movie.
Mad Max is fucking great.
Mad Max is perfect.
So fucking great. Iron Man 3 is a perfect action movie.
Iron Man 3 is a perfect action movie. Come at me.
We agree on many things, Jack.
I know. And I'm glad that you like Guardians. I'm glad that anyone enjoys anything, because it's tough to find things that you enjoy. It just didn't click for me. Just did not click for me. And that was a tough one too, because Lisa and I took some special time. Like, we had to find babysitters for the kids. Like, we're gonna go see it. She works a lot, I work a lot. Just finding that time for us to take together. I was really excited about it all week. And we come out, and she's like, "Oh man, I thought that was really good." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't much care for it." And she's like, "Oh well." She doesn't really care what I think about stuff, which is important. But it was disappointing, because I was really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
There's a oh my god. Oh my god. There is some sort of dance here. About to practice. Would you like to dance with us? Yes!
The Zaya says, Rich, Starlin's work on Warlock includes several Infinity events after Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah, that would be Infinity War and Infinity Crusade. I read comics in the 90s. It was hard not to at least hear about these things. But neither of them were as good. Warlock and Thanos become friends, and Thanos becomes a kind of anti-hero. That's another one of the reasons I like Thanos, because he grew some after the Infinity Gauntlet. And I'm sure modern writers have shit all over that, and he's a comical villain who wants to steal the Infinity Gauntlet and be God now. I'm sure all of that development has been tossed into the fucking trash can.
Oh yeah, no, he's been rebooted 8 times since then, I'm sure.
Right. You should check out the stories. Yep, I'm already familiar with them. We good. The Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla says, how do you guys feel about the H.P. Lovecraft idea of forbidden knowledge making you insane and or Douglas Adams' total perspective vortex torture? Is there any knowledge of the universe we should avoid? Well, the problem is you can't know that until it's too late.
I've always been partial to the forbidden knowledge doesn't make you insane, it just makes you appear insane.
Well, do we have any example of knowledge making somebody crazy? I mean, it's a fun fantastical idea, but I don't think there are any practical reasons to believe that you can learn something that would drive you mad.
No.
You could probably learn something that just makes you really depressed, like, there is no God.
Sure.
There is no meaning in the universe,
right?
Except for what you bring to it.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to think of something where it's like,
but you digest these things and you get over them.
Right, like the whole atomic era, where they're like, nuclear power will help mankind. Oh wait, you can make bombs from it. Like, that probably depressed the shit out of someone. But no, I'm thinking more like Homer Simpson discovers that there are aliens, so they dunk him in a vat of vodka, so no one believes him.
How about the knowledge to destroy the entire universe with some matches and some bleach? Like, this is something you could do with these normal household objects that would destroy existence. That would be knowledge you wouldn't want getting out. Just takes one suicidal nut.
Well, okay, no. So now let's say you're the person who discovered this.
Yeah.
And what you've discovered is that if anyone ever sets fire to bleach, it will start a chain reaction that will destroy the entire world, right? Like, two very simple things.
Yeah.
And so then you become so paranoid that this is going to happen, because it's something that could happen so easily, that you get driven mad, right?
This is an interesting question.
Actually, and see, to me, like, if you discovered some sort of knowledge that is just like, here's something fucked up with quantum theory. If a butterfly actually ever touches a tsunami, it will create an atomic explosion. We don't know why it hasn't happened, but if it ever happens, everything on the planet will die.
Yeah.
And then you become so worried that this thing that could happen at any time will happen that you become crazy. Yeah.
Okay. Have you guys seen The Discovery? The movie is about an ethical dilemma just like this. I have not. I've never even heard of that. That could be neat. Or depressing. I'm not sure which.
All right, I need to listen now, Rich. I'm sorry.
Oh, is this a noise thing?
Yeah. Damn it. You're terrible. Get out of here. Do. All right, yeah, I need to listen now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. I need to do this to get a shovel. This is important.
So it's kind of like a rhythm game.
Yeah, well, hold on. So when he makes a doom, I press right. Dink. Press left. Okay. Do. Dink. Other. Got it. Yes. Fuck. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, so he's going to do three things. Blink, 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 and then I need to do those three things.
Okay.
Oh, this sucks.
So this isn't you replaying a game. You've never played this. That's what I'm getting out of this.
What?
Have you ever played this before?
Oh, ages ago.
Ages ago. Okay,
Ages and
okay.
ages ago. This is, I played this game probably soon after it first came out, but fuck. dunk, dunk, dink. I can do this. I can do this. Yes, I will dance with you. Need instruction? No. Oh, damn it.
You don't need the sound.
Huh?
You don't.
I know,
need
I'm watching his movement
Yeah.
too. Oh, I just pressed the wrong button. Dance, motherfucker. I am trying, Ultimazer. I am trying.
Executive Horsewife says, Rich,
Yes.
2 times the universe equals tube. Discuss. I love you guys. There's nothing in there to discuss. There's just a nonsense statement.
Yeah. Ah, I'm getting closer, guys. I'm getting closer. The discovery. A man finds scientific proof of an afterlife and people start killing themselves by the millions.
Oh, I did hear about that. And you know what? Technically
sounds great.
speaking, that's not terrible. If you know there's an afterlife and you know it's a paradise, it makes perfect sense.
Oh, right, of course.
Now, I'm too lazy to actually kill myself, but,
You would just probably stop caring about anything in life.
just eat all the shit you want to eat.
Yep.
Fuck it. I'm going to drive at 110 miles an hour.
Hey, you know
There are
what?
kids on the sidewalk. Good. Hopefully I'll hit one. They'll have a great afterlife.
Do not resuscitate, motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not even an ethical dilemma. That's just basic logic.
Right. Oh, I like that. They say it's a Netflix original, by the way.
I heard. I didn't know that's what you were talking about. I didn't know the name off the top of my head. I did hear about that.
Oh, that sounds like a fun little thing. Oh, by the way, someone tweeted at me, or something. Someone said something about that made me think of like what a fun little sci-fi premise, right?
Yeah.
That made me think about our sci-fi conversation. Gravity, and The Martian. I heard the correct term that I think is what it's supposed to be called. It's not
Our argument about whether or not gravity was in fact a work of science fiction.
Right. Because, of course, it takes science into account in a fictional scenario. But I believe the more accurate term someone tweeted at me was speculative fiction.
That's just another name for science fiction. That's not what gravity is.
It's more of a subgenre of speculative science fiction.
Here's the thing, though.
What?
Nothing in the science of gravity is speculative.
Well, none of the...
It's actual. It's existing. Now, they got some details wrong, like the distance between the space stations, but there was no, like, fantastical devices or item of technology we don't currently have.
All right. That's fair.
Anyway, we're talking about the afterlife and killing ourselves because there's an afterlife.
Yeah. Yep. I hate Sandra Bullock. Gravity was fine.
You know,
Gravity was a fine movie.
If you discovered there's an amazing paradise afterlife that everybody gets to go to, if you're the person who's still on Earth getting upset about all the people committing suicide, you're just a fucking stick in the mud.
The fun part is you discover there's an afterlife.
Yeah.
But people have to do a very specific thing to get into it. It's like, hey, guys, listen up! And you know what? No one will listen to you.
Stick in the mud, not stick in the butt.
stick in the butt is
that's something entirely
that's
different.
something way different.
As long as it's consensual, nobody cares.
Exactly. You know, maybe clean off, like make sure there's no bark on the stick because you don't want to get anything stuck up there. Good old dirty butt mom. All right, I need to concentrate. Ooh.
Ah, you had to do it 8 more times.
Oh god. Oh good, I get my prize.
Okay.
Got my boomerang. I'm good.
Dax says, forbidden knowledge example. Mind parasites. Idea that some thoughts are alive and eat others' thoughts. E.g., if you think about blueness or parasite, you lose ability to think other thoughts. Well, that's just nonsense in the first place.
All right.
I don't know how I can have a discussion about my thoughts on this thing that doesn't exist. I don't know what to say about that.
Twitch Plays Pokemon says there's an afterlife where you and your where your peers judge you on your life's performance.
What happens after the review?
What are the stakes here? Twitch Plays Pokemon. Like, are there only so many slots, and you know, like you have like 10 peers, but only 8 of you can get in?
Did you ever see the highly underrated Albert Brooks comedy Defending Your Life?
No, I've never seen that. I like Albert Brooks.
Oh, he dies. He's a yuppie. He dies. There is an afterlife.
Okay.
And there's like a little trial where they review your life. It's like a little court setting, and you know, you were cowardly on this day.
Yeah.
And he's kind of just like a schmuck who led an unspectacular life. And in the afterlife, he meets Meryl Streep, and she was like a freaking saint.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a neat movie about the afterlife.
Yeah, I believe it. Albert Brooks is a good writer.
They stay in like a hotel, which is like a normal hotel, but all the food is like the best food you've ever had. And it's really good.
I believe it. I 100% believe it. Albert Brooks has some depressing movies, yes, but he's also a very good writer. So I guess like that's the point. Like if we're making a fun little afterlife premise, for me, you know, it needs some consequences where it's like, you know, you and your 10 best friends have to decide which 5 of you will get into the afterlife. Mm-hmm. Ooh. That could be fun. That'd give us some stakes. Bing, bing.
Sari Chen says, Rich, Skyward Sword had meh gameplay, but a good ending/story. Breath of the Wild had great gameplay, but a terrible ending. How would you have liked the ending to go? I wish there was some big reveal about the bots or something. My complaint with the ending of Breath of the Wild isn't story-wise. Story-wise, it was fine.
Yeah.
You know, you're out in the wild with Zelda, and you're both free now. Your obligations have been discharged. And story-wise, I like the ending. My disappointment with the ending of Breath of the Wild is just the boss fight itself.
Oh
is
God,
pretty
how
lame
was that?
It's a horrible Ganon, is my problem with it. So I would change that.
The Ganon boss fight is so disappointing. Is terribly, terribly disappointing. I mean, but then again, all of the Ganon boss fights were incredibly disappointing.
What do you, wait. In general? Throughout the games?
The Ganon boss fights. The four bosses.
Ganondorf and Ganon are the same fucking thing. I don't draw a line between them.
All of the Ganon boss fights were lame, is what I'm saying. All of the 4 bosses and the final boss were lame.
Oh, you're talking about...
Yes.
I thought you were talking about across the series.
Oh, God. No.
I'm like, Wind Waker?
No. Sorry. The bosses in the 4 beasts...
The bosses in the Beast, not the end bosses, but the bosses in general in that game. Yes.
In Breath of the Wild, the bosses in the Beast and the final Ganon are incredibly lame. Sorry, I can see where that confusion was set in. In Breath of the Wild, all of the Ganon bosses are weak. Don't eat me. Don't eat me. So it's, you know, that final Ganon boss was nothing that we hadn't already seen as far as weak bosses. But I was kind of hoping that the main Ganon would, you know,
it wasn't the worst boss fight in that game, but the other boss fights in that game were terrible.
It was equal to all the other bad boss fights.
I didn't want to fight a Cronenberg monster.
Yeah, they all
visually, I thought he was a big disappointment.
Yeah. All right, where do I gotta go now? Where's my map?
Ganon at the end of Oot was kind of epic. Easy, but like epic.
Yeah, that was a good fight. Wind Waker was a good fight.
Wind Waker was probably the best in the series. Twilight Princess has a nice little horse chase before a great little duel.
Oh, yeah. That fun light arrow horse chase. Yeah, that was fun.
Followed by just human Ganondorf sword fight. I love that.
This is something we bring up all the time, which is your boss fight needs to be the same thing you've been doing all game, but harder. Like just a good old-fashioned brawl. Oh. There's a witch. Ah! Great Witch Syrup's Repentance.
Anonymous says, Hey guys! So I revisited Prometheus recently and found it to be enjoyable despite having many serious flaws. I don't think it's the worst thing ever made, but many people say it is. Any thoughts? I never saw any reason to go see it. So I've never seen Prometheus.
Oh, yeah?
Too many blah or bad things about it. Plus, I just don't give that much of a shit about Alien.
That's fair. Oh, hello. And like Prometheus, I've always said the same thing, which was it was an all right movie that fell apart in the third act.
Yeah.
It you know what? It was all right. The characters acted a little dumb, but these were also characters that agreed to go on a journey of years without knowing what the job was, and so it's like it made sense in their character. Had one of the greatest horror scenes of any modern sci-fi movie.
Prometheus? Yep.
Yeah. Oh. The birthing scene. For anyone who's seen Prometheus, the birthing scene. Mwah! Oh, it was gross.
Like some kind of horrible body horror?
Little bit. I don't want to spoil too much. Well,
I'm probably not going to bother seeing it. I don't care.
And it's old enough at this point. So our main character gets infected and has an alien growing in her belly, and she goes into this like medical tube to remove it, and so it's just like this medical tube ripping open her belly to like
I think I heard about that.
Give a C-section to this like alien baby that starts like flopping out of her. It's fantastic. And then after that scene is over, the movie completely falls apart. But amazing scene.
You got to be trolling, Rich Evans. How could you not see Prometheus? What, you got something better to do with your time? Yeah, I do, apparently, because every time I hear people talk about the movie, it's to bitch about it.
Yeah, overall it's pretty meh. So like you definitely have better things to do with your life.
I certainly wasn't sold on it.
Do 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 do.
Where am I at?
Where you at?
The Zaiuses, Rich. There's actually more. Infinity Abyss, Marvel the End, Infinity Revelation, Infinity Relativity, and Infinity Finale.
Oh my god.
Plus other stuff in the 90s, like Thanos Quest and Infinity Watch. Well, I'm definitely familiar with Thanos Quest and Infinity Watch. Thanos Quest is what directly leads to the Infinity Gauntlet,
Oh, okay.
because he has the gems before Infinity Gauntlet starts, Jack. He gets the gems in Infinity Quest,
Oh.
which is just like a fat single issue. It wasn't like an epic thing that took years and years like it is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Interesting.
I'm familiar with, I think I heard of Infinity Abyss and Marvel The End. I haven't heard of the other three there, Revelation, Relativity, and Finale, though, which maybe I'll look into them. I'm assuming they're all written by Starlin.
They fucking better
Jim
be.
Starlin.
They fucking better be. We don't accept nothing but Jim Starlin.
Addix1000 says, "Hey Rich, hey Jack,
Hi.
love the show. Wanted
Thanks
to
for
ask
watching.
your take on something. In this day and age, when everything has been done, where is the line between being creative, playing homage, and ripping off? All of entertainment since they started painting drawings on walls has been taking work that a previous artist has been doing and twisting it and adding to it and putting your own spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the history of art. It's nothing new.
Ah.
And jokes about people being, creatively bankrupt aside, that
Of course, these are all jokes that people have done before.
Yeah.
No, actually, they're right now. I've been reading about this. That Conan O'Brien is going to court for possible copyright infringement.
yeah.
Apparently, someone is suing Conan O'Brien and his writing staff for stealing their jokes. This was like a joke writer who used to write for Jay Leno or something and has a popular social media blog or something. And he writes topical humors.
Yeah.
And he's pointing to 2 or 3 specific instances where he made a joke about some sort of topical event, and then Conan O'Brien that night in his monologue made a shockingly similar joke.
Here's the question.
Yeah.
Should we get pissed at Conan O'Brien for this, or the writer?
Or any. Because this is copyright and jokes and joke stealing is a thing that comes up constantly.
Yeah.
You know why? A lot of people have the same ideas, and a lot of people think the same things are funny, and sometimes jokes are just structured similarly.
Well, a lot of people are too lazy to write their own jokes, or not creative enough to write their own jokes. And if you spend time writing that joke, and then somebody comes along, does it, people love it, and get all the credit, and you get nothing, I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed.
Wait, say that situation again? I don't understand the point.
You write a funny joke,
Yeah.
and you're in relative obscurity.
Yeah.
And then someone as famous as Conan O'Brien comes along, who already has fame and money in a TV show,
Yeah.
uses your joke.
Sure.
He gets all of the laughs and all of the credit,
Yeah.
and you who wrote the joke get nothing. I would be pissed. I would be pissed.
Now imagine this scenario,
Yeah.
which is the more likely scenario.
Okay.
You write a joke about something topical, right?
Yeah.
Here's my little joke about something topical. Later that day, one of Conan's writers just so happens to write a similar joke without knowing that your joke exists.
Mm-hmm.
They get all the credit.
Well, if they didn't know your joke existed,
It's
it's a hard thing to prove.
and by the way, that's
sure,
the
it's a
question.
hard thing to prove.
Right. That's the real question. But no, this has come up so many times before. I know back in the day there was a giant kerfuffle about who was it that was stealing from Louis C.K.? Who is the comedian that no one likes?
Oh, this.
I know.
comedians and their jokes and their joke. Everyone is accused of being a joke thief.
Of course, and 99% of the times, no one is a joke thief. They just happen to come up with a very similar.
How do you know that?
Huh?
How do you know that? You speak with authority, Jack.
Because later on, like for example, this Louis C.K. and Dane Cook. Thank you.
What if the wording is exactly the same, or nearly exactly the same, which has happened?
Of course, it's happened. Well, so specifically, Louis C.K. and Dane Cook.
Yeah.
Dane Cook was accused of stealing a Louis C.K. joke about scratching your itchy asshole, and it was worded very similarly, and they were along the same lines.
Dane Cook would steal an asshole joke.
And and here's the thing: after the internet blew up and freaked out, Louis C.K. actually had Dane Cook on his show, and they rehashed the argument, and Louis C.K. admitted that no, like it didn't. No, of course, he didn't steal my joke. People just come up with the same joke all the time.
I thought Dane Cook said, well, he could have subconsciously have regurgitated it without knowing.
Of course, it's possible.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, Rich. The same joke can happen over and over and over again.
Couldn't you say the same thing about like a novel, a short story?
Yeah, of course. And about music. That happens all the time in music. Like, are you ripping off this artist? Or did you just happen to come up with the same notes? And so it's all about intent, right? It's all about whether or not you can prove that they saw this thing and had the intent to steal it.
And if they did, that's terrible.
Of course it's terrible. But I think more likely you will just find that people come up with the same shit. And here's why I speak with authority. I think we've actually talked about this before. Spontaneous creation of similar items is something that is well known in the creative community. And I actually got to experience it firsthand a lot when I was being a video screener for Funny or Die. Mm-hmm. So back in the day, I worked for Funny or Die, and one of my jobs was watching every video uploaded every single day to try to find funny user-generated content.
Yeah.
And Rich, I cannot tell you how many times I would come across almost the exact same sketch from two people who had no connection to each other, living in different parts of the country, uploaded on the same day, written, produced, edited at the same time without knowing each other. Almost the exact same sketch. It just happens, right?
Okay.
It just happens. And it's amazing just because, like, there's only so many jokes. There's only so many combinations. I don't even know where this conversation started. I'm a little lost.
People are saying use the wand on the stump to change seasons.
On the stump?
They said the stump. Somebody said the stump.
Okay, hold on. There's a stump. Use the wand on the stump to change seasons. Oh! Hello! I can get on the stump, but the wand doesn't do anything, people. And if I, hold on. No, I think you're full of shit. I can get on the stump, which I didn't know I could do.
Dream Theater 1310. By the way, going back earlier, going back to the not necessarily the joke stealing, but the creativity and building on.
Yeah.
You need to build on.
Okay.
You don't want to just do the exact same thing somebody else has done. You do want to put your own spin on it.
Oh, of course. Of course you want to put your own spin on it. Well, and that's how you become viable as an entertainer. You have to have your own voice. And even if it's a similar joke, because you're taking it from your perspective, that's what turns you into a viable entertainer.
James Gunn didn't just remake Star Wars. He did this funky thing. He took space opera.
Yeah.
And he gave it a James Gunn flavoring.
Yes, he has a unique voice. Agreed.
Yes.
I'm with you.
I want to make that clear for everyone. Rich Evans said it's okay to just do the same thing over and over again.
I mean, Rich, that is kind of what you said, so... So you need to get right by you. What's going on here?
All right, now Dream Theater 1310 says,
Yeah.
my first tip.
Hi.
Ever heard of the movie Man from Earth? Movie where people in a room listen to the story of a man who may or may not be an immortal. Very little action. My favorite movie after Arrival.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I have not heard of
I
this.
have not heard of it either. And I'm sorry.
And I'm sorry we can't do something more interesting for your very first tip because neither of us have heard of this.
But if
But
it's
now everybody has heard of it.
if it's as good as Arrival, then Arrival's fucking good.
Anonymous says, hey, Rich, if you give Jim Sterling shit for rating Vanquish a 5/10 mediocre, there's a good chance of him seeing it as he's an RLM fan. Nothing personal. Jim's a good sport, but could be an amusing bit. No, Jim Sterling can do what he wants. Respect him. It's fine. If he doesn't want to like Vanquish, he doesn't have to. Jack doesn't want to like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. He doesn't have to.
That's true. That's true. I don't have to. Get with that.
People like different things. It's fine.
Everybody. People like different things.
I'm curious I'm curious what his reasonings were, what he had to say about it. But I have no issue with him giving it a 5 out of 10. That's what he thought.
That's what he thought, right?
Obviously, I think differently.
Nope.
Jim Sterling does game reviews and whatnot.
He does.
There's a show called the Jimquisition.
There you go. There you go, Rich. Yeah. Yeah, he seems like a fine dude, that Jim. Seems like a fine dude. Come here. Oh, I can't. Oh, well, shit. Seems like a fine dude, that Jim Sterling. He can do whatever he wants. I know people often get pissed at him for like rating games lower than they feel he should, and those people should fuck right the hell off. He gets to rate him however he feels like it. That's his job. That's his job. If you disagree with him, that's okay.
People lost their shit when they gave Modern Warfare 3 a 9 out of 10, but Mario Kart game a 5 out of 10.
He gets to do that. That's his job. Just stop listening to him. If you don't agree with him, just stop listening to him.
What's wrong with giving a Mario Kart game a 5 out of 10?
Temple seasons and get the power to... Oh, shit. I got to go back to the temple? God damn it. He gets to do whatever he wants. What the fuck is that? You got a Gashanut. Ring!
The Ayatollah of Rock and Roll says,
Yeah.
old Greek myth says we die, are judged, and can choose the life we get to live next, but must drink from the river Styx and forget our choice and be born. Knowing you would forget, what would you choose? I don't like the idea of reincarnation. Can I just hang around Hades?
You don't like the idea of reincarnation.
If I lose everything that makes me me, what's the difference between that and actually being permanently dead? Reincarnation is the same thing as oblivion as far as I'm concerned.
You know, that's a really good point, Rich. You lose everything that's you. You start from scratch.
I would be somebody else. I wouldn't be me.
Right. All right. Yeah. All right. I'm fair with that. I'm down with that. I'm down with this logic. That's sound. Ah, here it is. This is where I need to go. Get out of here. Octo Rock.
Sari Chen says, how would you have liked the fight? Ganon should have been a 3-part battle. An actual duel involves somewhere in there.
That would have been great.
So I read that very badly. An actual duel involves somewhere in there. The worst Ganon fight would have to be Skyward Sword's imprisonment with its dumb balloon toes. Yeah, the imprisoned fights were dumb. Most things in Skyward Sword were, outside of the storytelling.
Yeah.
Though the end fight was also a huge fucking letdown too. Let's not give Demise a pass. That was a lame fight. Yes, I'm big on duels. Honestly, I would like to see Pig Wizard Ganon in 3D. They don't have to make him look ultra cartoony, but just that version of Ganon.
The giant pig man.
Pigman, not like 5 stories tall, but just, giant pig wizard with a trident and magic flying around.
Classic. Oh shit, not this way. And to me, that was the most disappointing part of the Ganon boss fight in Breath of the Wild is we never got to just duel him.
Yeah.
There were the way you fight every other enemy in the game is just a brawl, and we don't get to do that with any of the Ganon boss fights in Breath of the Wild. And so your end game is completely different than the rest of your game, and that's not good game design.
Your end boss does not need to be 5 stories tall.
No, it doesn't need to be 5 stories. We talked about this in Bayonetta review, which is like the best fights were just the human-sized fights.
Yeah, the duels with Jean.
Jean. No, and you know that what that also reminds me of is Bloodborne. You start to realize that the most dangerous enemies in Bloodborne are the man-sized enemies.
The hunters.
Yes.
The other hunters. Yeah.
Like the giant beasts. Oh, I can take care of those all day. It's the little guys. Those are the ones that'll fuck with you.
And then, if you need to have you need the last form, you transfer, if you want to do that. What they did in Breath of the Wild with the big pig that just stood there and let you run around shooting its weak spots with no response was terrible. That was absolutely terrible.
Guys, I think you gave me some bad advice.
Cronenberg Ganon would have been my final form, and I would have had like a regular duel before that. You know what? Give me a Ganondorf duel. Follow that up with a pig Ganon fight, like pig wizard fight.
Sure.
Then you can do your Cronenberg monster if you think you have to do the giant thing.
Yeah, that's fine. Just give me a duel.
But it has to be a fun fight,
right?
Above and beyond anything else.
Yeah. Well, and even if you go Cronenberg and it's easy, as long as you get that first big duel out of the way, right?
the fun part.
The fun part, and then you're like, oh my.
Oh, now it's got to be the big, powerful thing or whatever. Fine.
And you go, well, that's icing on the cake. I beat the big, powerful thing. Great. Guys, my thing's not doing anything.
But that giant pig that just stood there. It literally just stood there and let you run around it and shoot the weak spots. God, I hated that.
The 4 towers in the corner of the temple. What? What are you talking for? These guys?
Anonymous says, Jack,
what?
Convince Rich to watch One Punch Man. We almost had him on Saturday. Thanks. They were watching One Punch Man.
It's fine.
I'm sure it's fine.
It kind of makes fun of.
I get that it's making fun
tropes.
of anime tropes. I get that.
But here's the thing: if you're not necessarily a person who's into anime, you don't care if it's making fun of anime, right? So it's kind of neat, but I won't recommend it to you because I just don't think you'll be into it. How about that?
Okay.
I don't think. Oh, here's the thing. Great. I don't necessarily think Rich will be into it, so I will not recommend. Oh, lava. Shit.
Jack, are we Mortal Kombat fans?
I'm fine with Mortal Kombat.
I've never been a huge fighting game person.
Right.
But I gotta say, Mortal Kombat always looked a bit stiff compared to Street Fighter.
Well, yeah, because they had the real life people models.
Right.
That was also the selling point of Mortal Kombat. In my heart, I have more room for Mortal Kombat because that was the arcade cabinet closest to my grade school. And so after school, we would go to the local burger place that had Mortal Kombat, and I would play Mortal Kombat, but no specific love for Mortal Kombat. Dingless, no. One Punch Man is not a single joke stretched for 12 episodes. It is a single joke replayed in 12 episodes. Boom. This is sick burn for One Punch Man. It's the same joke over and over again.
Yeah.
He's really strong. He can't be defeated. And every episode, they're like, well, how about this guy? Oh, yeah, we can't be defeated still.
How about this guy?
No, still can't be. He's
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Exactly.
I haven't seen it, and I get it.
That's why I'm not going to recommend it to you, Rich. You won't care. Do you get... Freezes and the snow piles up. Visit the other 3 spirits too. Please hurry. It's fine, and but like I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would hate it. One Punch Man, but the joke gets old, and a lot of it, like there was that one episode which was basically just the writer masturbating all over the screen, which was like the episode was about like doing what you wanted to do creatively without listening to the haters. And it's just like, come on, man. Come on. So it's a fine show. I know season 2 is coming to is coming out soon, and you know, could be fun. Could be fun. That?
You reading the Nostromo one?
Yeah, I don't quite get that.
It looks like a joke. It has the
Right.
appearance of being a joke,
Could be, yeah. I
but
don't know.
it's not really a joke. But decide for yourselves, everybody. Epic Jason X 9000 in the chat says, Rich and Jack, would you say that the reason why the alien stalked the crew in the original 1979 Alien was because it was a Nostromosexual? Like, other than just shoving Nostromo and homosexual together in one word, is there any kind of joke there?
Right? Because like the alien wasn't there to have sex with anything, or we just don't get it.
Oh, poor Epic Jason X.
I'm so sorry. We just don't get it. We just don't get it.
We're huge jerks.
Sorry. It was a face hugger thing. I still don't necessarily get it. But hey, you do you, man. You do you. All right.
What?
I think I'm done.
You're done.
I think that's all I can Zelda.
Is it 11? Oh my god.
It is 11. It is after 11.
This flew by.
That well, we had a lot to there. You know, there was a lot to discuss and a lot to disagree about, which makes the time just zing right by. We're gonna just save this before we forget. If I remember how to save. There we go.
Rich, are you going to see Covenant? I don't know why I would. I saw Alien 1979,
Yeah.
so I feel like I've already seen it.
Like, I might watch it when it comes to video on demand. I'm not going to rush out and go see it because it's like, yeah, I like Alien. I like Aliens. The other one's kind of like, it's fine.
I'm not an Alien fan so much as I am an Aliens fan.
Right, and you liked the more action-adventure
Right.
one, and it looks like they're going more the horror route again.
Yeah, and I just don't care.
Right. And I like the horror one, but I also already have that one. Like, I can just watch Alien.
It was a fine movie, but I don't need to see a different version of the same thing.
Right.
With that.
The Traveler Speaks. I've seen Big Man Japan. It's very strange. It's very, very strange, and the ending kind of saves it and makes you love it, but the whole thing is just too weird. It's just so weird.
All right, so you gotta navigate us to the subscribers.
Oh shit! All right. It's not gonna be on that one. There we go.
Okay, here is the point in the stream at the end of the stream
At the end of the stream.
where we read the names of people who have subscribed tonight and help. They keep us doing what we're platitudes. Thank you. Give us money. Keep giving us money. We need more money. Thank you.
We appreciate it.
And we're gonna read the names now as we end the stream.
It's true. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Much like Sabio Freston.
Tardcore says, penis. He.
I'm glad you got that one. Heliosphere 1969.
Cinnamon says, wait, I mod for free and pay you every month? No wonder I didn't go to business school. Keep up the good work, hack frauds.
And you know what, Cinnamon? We really do appreciate it. Thank you. All of our mods. And now with our mod bots too, we're having way too much fun. VX135.
Encephalopathetic.
This new subscriber for 13 months in a row. And this new subscriber says, Rich, while Jack had a better effect on the chat. Bunch of pricks.
Okay. Rotoscopic says, today I decided not to dote about things I don't like. I have learned lessons of life. Twats.
That's the only lesson that matters. Clone 2727 for 14 months in a row. And Clone 2727 says, Jack, emulators are already proven to be legal in court. See Sony versus Connects. Rich is right. Yeah, no.
Edgar Allan Hopo.
Speaking of Hopo, did I mention that Risk of Rain 2 is they're working on that?
You mentioned that? You mentioned that last stream. You can mention it again if you want.
They're working on Risk of Rain 2?
Third person Risk of Rain, which sounds weird.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So I mean, it could change.
Sure.
But, the team's back together. That's great. A Horrible Glory for 30 fucking months in a row. And A Horrible Glory says, they remodeled my town's Taco Bell, and it looks all futuristic and modern now. I call it our Demolition Man Taco Bell now. Salutations.
Beer Coaster.
The Booshna.
Blowfish Runner.
Kaleidoscopic 20.
Master Kenobi 007 for 35 fucking months in a row.
No,
Says.
not yet. So close.
So close. So close. Unless they have cancer.
We've
established cancer gets you.
I know, and I was
a month
waiting
early
to see where
with the
bag
fireworks.
Our bag of fireworks were. Yeah.
Master Kenobi 007 says, "You guys are the best. Thanks for all the good times."
Chernobyl Kinsman for 25 fucking months in a row. And Chernobyl Kinsman says, "Hey Jax, could you tell Rich that Vanquish is coming to PC, please?" No, I won't. Rich will be kept in the dark.
Lindsay yo.
Whoop, get over there, mouse. Frisco Jones for 33 fucking months in a row.
John Elway's Teeth says, 6 days till Twin Peaks, motherfuckers.
Ooh, there's so much good stuff out. New season of Sense8 just came out. God damn, Sense8's the greatest show.
I'm supposed to find time for Prey.
You gotta find time for Prey. You also need to watch all of Firefly. I've also heard some people talk very positively about Stargate. You should look into that. And if you have time, there's some other stuff we can talk about. Dots 85.
I I have to spend my free time watching JFK assassination conspiracy videos, Jack. That's what I need to do.
Why is that?
That's what I'm going to use my free time for, Jack. I don't care about your brand new things. I want to hear about things that are 50 years old. That's what I want to hear about. I did get led down the YouTube rabbit hole to the JFK conspiracy theory.
What?
I saw one innocent video. It was like a 50s game show. It was like, I forgot what they called it. What's My Line? Where they had to guess what a person did. And it turned out they were the last living witness to the Lincoln assassination.
Oh, okay,
Like,
sure.
oh, that's interesting. And the related videos, like next thing that came up was about the JFK assassination, and it snowballed.
That's happened. To me.
What I came out of this with is, don't look at JFK autopsy pictures after you have just eaten. You could fucking shove your fist in that thing. It was not pleasant. Dots 85!
Exclamation point, wet ass. Binnif!
That's a penny!
Proleet says, I'm a little bit country.
X Arena X!
Just this guy you know for 29 fucking months in a row. And just this guy you know says, are months still month length? I feel like we just did this.
You're getting old, man. It's what it feels like when you get old. Wait, what are we at? Oh, you scrolled it. Sorry. Darkwing Schmuck.
Kaleidoscopic 20 says, hi, Rich. Hi, Jack. Thank you for the hours of entertainment and laughter. But will you guys be seeing Alien Covenant this weekend?
No. Evil Lord David says, hey, guys. David here for 7 months in a row. I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Yeah, I think I'm going to spend this weekend and just catch up on some shows. Just some classic TV shows, Zats for 7. Nope. Well, for 7 months in a row. I've already said it, Zats. You got it. I said it. I wasn't supposed to say it. We don't usually say it until you get to 12 months in a row, but I said it, and I'm sorry I said it. I'm not sorry. Thanks for sticking around, Zats.
Did you read what they said?
Only 29 months to go until I get confetti.
Bruzernik! Bruiser Inc. I don't know. Oh, wait, is that? No, there's no, it can't be Bruiser because there's no I, so it's just Brusser Inc.
Brusser Inc. Yeah.
Brusser Inc.
Or Bruss Rink.
Could be.
G Shots for 32 fucking months in a row. Says 32 months. My God, what have I done with my life? Thanks for all the entertainment.
Is that Landrazil or is that a capital I? It's gotta be. No, they can start with lowercase. That's Landrazil.
Or I and Razel, which makes less sense.
Everyone seems like they're lowercase. I'm assuming they can't capitalize. I'm assuming that's Landsrill.
Sure.
That's what I'm going with.
Sure.
It says, oh boy, 2 months.
Wiretap 804.
Jens Roboto for 20 fucking months in a row. You scrolled it and I started reading the wrong line because you were scrolling.
Because I thought
only
you were done.
2 months.
I thought you were done.
2 months.
I thought you were done, so I was trying to efficiently scroll so I could be at the top, Rich. Gosh darn it. Johnson 89 for 20 fucking months in a row. And Johnson says, I wish Twitch would show me it was my 20th anniversary, not just tell me. Ha ha ha! I don't know. I feel like this is a rational argument. Just a lot of it basically just boils down to I don't want everyone to have a fucking monologue, and I don't feel like that's like too harsh of a criticism for a movie.
Okay. Where we at?
Dark.
Okay, Dark Matter for 22 fucking months in a row says, yay! Autopay does the work. Prereq plays the games.
Yo, the infamous Toad. And the infamous Toad says, now I can spam Rich's head everywhere I go.
You can?
I don't understand what that means.
Dip. Oh, probably the emojis. What do they call those?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the name. It's not emojis. What do they call those?
Emojis.
They call emojis in the chat? The things that come up? The icons they get? And they got a different name? Is it just an emoji?
It's not a badge. I think it's an emoji.
All right.
Hey, guys. I've also forgotten.
Emotes! Yes, it's an
Oh.
emote. Thank you.
No, that's not good. Oh yeah, so you did Fleur and Dip. I fava.
You did Fleur and Dip, didn't you?
I don't remember.
Or no, I didn't. I don't think I did.
You
whatever.
did. You did the infamous Toad.
Yeah, no one did Fleur and Dip though.
I
You said I did it, but I didn't do it. I did the one above that.
I thought you did Fleur.
Fleur and Dip. I just did it. Now we know somebody did it.
Okay. Blowfish Runner.
Concretin.
To Daxp for 28 fucking months in a row. Says Mantis is my waifu.
Shaq Soda.
Big Fat Man 873 for 14 months in a row.
Lloyd Beats for 32 fucking months in a row. Says, missed a couple of streams as I've been hooked into Prey lately, but had to log in to re-up the sub.
I've heard great things, and I really like that Dishonored. Maybe in 8 years I'll get into that Prey. Right after I play The Witcher 3. We'll play Prey.
Don't tease them. Don't tease
In
them.
8 years.
Don't
Rich.
tease them, Jack.
8
Don't tease them.
years.
They're good people. They don't deserve that kind of treatment.
8 years. Blame 5 says, thanks for the discussion of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I thought there was too much exposition as well, but it didn't ruin the movie for me. And maybe it was just how I was feeling that day. I don't know. Like I said, I was super hyped to see it.
It's fine if you didn't love it more than anything ever. It's
I
fine.
did have to
It's
see it in
fine.
3D, which is usually a downfall.
Why would you do that?
We had a tough decision to make,
Yeah,
Rich.
yeah.
We could either see it at our local theater, the theater that is down the street from us, in which afterwards we could immediately walk to our friend's house to get our kids, or drive to go see it.
I was going to see it on Friday with Karen.
Yeah.
I wasn't dumb. I bought the tickets online.
Of course.
For like the 4:30. I think that's about what it was. Show.
Sure.
And Karen's tired after she got home from work. She wanted to take a nap.
Okay.
Okay, Karen, you want to take a nap? That's fine.
Yeah.
Theater's not too far away, so I set her alarm for half an hour before showtime. She'd get up from the nap and just get ready real quick.
Absolutely.
It was fine. So I set her alarm for her. So I'm sitting down after this. I'm in the other room. I'm playing Strafe. And time goes by, and Karen comes out. She's ready to go. And I notice it's like 5 o'clock.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, she got up. After she heard the alarm, she got up. She got dressed. And she didn't say anything. She did not say a word.
Did she know what time the movie was?
She might have forgot. I
I
don't know.
guess.
But it's like she's like, why didn't you set an alarm? I did. I set it for you. Why didn't you set one for you? Because I figured once you were up, you will come and tell me when you're ready to go.
She was playing some Animal Crossing.
I don't know what she was
She woke
doing.
up and played Animal Crossing.
So I got these tickets we can't use because we already missed most of the movie. We go to the theater, and they let us exchange them. But it was like
okay.
the option was we could have saw it in 3D right then.
Yeah.
I came back the next damn day.
We had a really tough call to make. Our local theater was only playing it in 3D, and the other option was drive
Oh God, yeah,
20 we can walk to that theater,
yeah.
or drive 20 minutes to see it at the next theater. And so I was like, all right, we'll see it.
I'd drive the 20 minutes.
Like if I stop seeing movies at my local theater, it might stop existing. So it's like I gotta go there every once in a while.
Gotta let them know. I don't want to see this in 3D.
Oh, I wrote them an email.
You wrote them an email?
Yeah, Lisa
Okay.
was not happy that I wrote them an email.
No,
but-
no, that was the right thing.
Of course,
That
it
was
was
the
the
right
thing.
thing.
Like I'm a customer and I need to make this decision.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I felt bad, but not bad enough not to write it.
So where'd we leave off?
I blame 5. So you're on this
Okay.
one.
Use your rename for 31 fucking months in a row.
Lavender. Or Lavender.
Lavender-
Lavender
Lavender
Dark
Dark Knight.
Knight.
Telefrag 82, which is about 12 years too soon for the first Telefrag ever.
Alien 07 says, beautiful, dark, sci-fi, neo-noir. Nope. LOL, robot Judge Dredd shoots dick for me, please. All right.
Gatunk for 33 fucking months in a row.
7 of Borg 9 says, help me, Rhonda. Help. Help me, Rhonda. Help me,
Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda.
Get her out of my heart.
Slosh from DuckTales for 31 fucking months in a row.
Cat Fulu.
And nobody else, because that was the last name on
Oh, Doctor, thank
the list. Thank you.
for subscribe. Oh, we're not going to do a
Well,
two talk thing.
Just fuck it. Just fuck it.
It seemed like that was a two talk thing situation, Rich. We had
Well,
already started
I
it.